Okay, if you have ever been offended, maybe, or at least confused by something that your husband, your boyfriend, or any man in your life might have said, it may be because you don't know the language, ladies.
Because you speak a different language. That's the whole problem right here. And all this week, we're celebrating the differences between men and women. And today's Studio 5 relationship coach, Matt Townsend, separates what he is saying from what he actually means.
I can't wait for this.
This is so good. We don't actually speak different languages. There's just actually only one of us that knows the language.
Oh.
The rest of us guys, we're very easy. So when you hear this that we're going to go over today, it's very easy. Men are very easy to pinpoint.
It's simple speak.
Yeah. We mean what we say. Okay? When we say we're full,
but
guess
do you
what we
say
mean?
what you mean?
Yeah.
You're full?
We mean we're full. The cavity that is our stomach has reached a point of satiation. When we mean it, we're literal. And then our wife will say, "Did you not like my dinner?" I didn't say that.
You know?
No, so we got to get into it because once you learn a few rules, okay, then the rules will get you through it. Okay, so we have 5 phrases that men typically say.
Right.
And we're gonna redefine them, okay?
Phrase number 1.
Phrase number 1.
The woman asks, can we role play?
Yeah, please, yeah.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
And our answer is always going to be, I'm not thinking anything, nothing. Why? Now, why would you ask that?
Because you want to know the thought process behind the decision or the thought process behind, you know, the emotion.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
There is no thought process.
We've made the decision, we've moved on.
Yeah,
you
literally, men are the ones that are capable, literally, to actually think of nothing. So when we say nothing, we actually truly mean nothing.
We're proud of that fact, too. You know?
And what it usually means, remember, we communicate for different reasons. Women want to talk to us because they actually bond. They have an end in mind of actually bonding as they talk.
Through communication.
Men don't bond. Their goal is not the end of communicating. Their goal is a means. Communication is always a means for the man to get something. So if I'm thinking of something that A, I'm embarrassed about, B, you're going to think is stupid, or C, you can do nothing about, my answer will be nothing. But what are you thinking? Nothing. Because if it's not going to serve a function to talk about it, let's just let that one die.
So as the woman, you should just let that one die.
Well, what you're trying to do is, hon, I want to connect with you and get into your head.
Right.
Well, half the time we don't want you in there because it's a mess.
Stay out.
It's a mess, and then you'll make us clean it up, and we don't want to go there.
So sometimes I'm not thinking anything means I'm thinking something, nothing I want to discuss.
Or nothing, and it might not be bad. It's just something you really. Okay. What I was wondering is there a way to eat the Cheeto that's stuck to my sweater without using my hands?
Why does it always come back to Cheetos?
Because Cheetos are the man's best friend.
Okay, so let it go, though. I mean, if he says nothing, just kind of let it sit.
Go. And what I would do, though, with all of these is when he's not communicating your way, then go find another way to reach him.
Okay.
It doesn't mean he doesn't want to be with you. It just means, literally, there's nothing there.
All right.
Okay.
Role play number 2 here?
Number 2.
Phrase number 2, you did a good job, or some compliment.
Okay, when your husband compliments you and says something like, "Hey, babe, you did a good job," guess what he means?
You did a good job.
Literally, you impressed me. That is so cool. I'm so proud of you. And I'm feeling a feeling in my heart of goodness and love towards you, and I'm communicating it. And then you'll say, "No, I could have done better. I could have done it better. If I had started earlier, I would have been able to put this and this and this and then put cupcake things together."
Women sometimes have a hard time accepting the compliment.
They do. And all I meant was, seriously, that's amazing. I didn't know cupcakes could make
Elisa, that was a compliment, by the way.
I think it's totally amazing. It's just, when we say it's beautiful, we really mean it.
You
That's
mean
amazing.
it. Okay.
And we just want you to believe it.
Just say thanks.
Isn't that weird?
Okay.
We're so easy.
All right.
The third one.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong? What's bugging you?
What? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
Okay, no, when you say it like that.
The tone there said something.
But I'm
fine.
But I know what it means. Because it means I don't want to talk about it.
That's exactly right. So shut your cake hole.
Cupcake hole.
Shut your cupcake hole and stick a wrapper in there. And I don't want to talk about it. Remember, men's egos are always engaged when we're talking. So if you want to bring up something that's going to lower my strength or my strength factor, or make me look bad, I don't want to talk about that. I'd rather take a bullet right there than have to bring up something. How was your day? It's fine. It was great. Don't want to talk about it. We don't want to go there because it makes us look weak. We would rather, now, so what do you do, ladies? I'd ask it. I'd know something's wrong. I could say, well, I can see something's wrong. You don't want to talk about it. And then I would go find another way to show love. Don't you distance yourself just because he's unhappy.
It's not a pullback.
It's not a, don't pull back. Don't you run away from him. Don't you ignore him the rest of the night. Don't think, see, our marriage is never going to work because he had a bad day at work. You stay close. Stay connected. Be happy. He'll come out of it in a while. When he comes out of it, maybe say, did you have a tough day? And maybe guess and see if you can prime him to bring it out.
So it's timing. Part of it's timing.
It's
If you
all
don't get the
timing.
answer you want, wait for the right time.
Just don't talk about it. Talk about something else that he does want to talk about. Because you don't want to talk about that. Because just
it's
go
so
on.
different. Notice that.
Just leave it alone.
I get it.
Just let it go to
I understand.
Hey, don't make me intervene. Okay, do we have time for more?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
This is a good
This
one.
is my favorite.
Oh, this is my favorite.
You just take this one,
Okay,
Townsend.
so like, let's say my wife's on Facebook. It's, I don't know, 10:30 at night, and I go, so when are you going to get off the computer and come to bed?
I think we all know what that means.
Yeah, does that really need any defining?
Men are very literal. I want you to come to bed right now so we can talk about my feelings.
Nothing to do with the
Because my
computer here.
feelings matter. And I want you, so what we're literally saying is, or if we say, what time do the kids have to be up for school tomorrow?
So you're talking about schedules, bedtime,
Anytime
routine.
you hear a man worried about bedtime, morning schedules, or evening schedules, it has nothing to do with your children or carpools. He just wants some of your love time.
It goes back to that women bond through talking, men bond through action.
That's your favorite rule that Darren repeats
Oh, it's
almost
great.
every
You all
time
the
you're
time.
here.
Yeah, it's really good. Anyway, yeah, it's
Okay,
good time.
so
Good time
okay,
on
but
that one.
interpret it as I'm going to soften it a little bit. I mean, okay, we
Means
all
I
know
wanna
what it
be with
means,
you.
but I want to spend time with you. I want to
want some
connect
time.
with you. Okay,
And I don't want to talk.
okay.
So just come in and let's not talk.
Most of these lead to no talking. Isn't that funny?
It's pretty neat.
Okay, phrase number 5.
Last one.
I can't do anything right for you.
I can't do anything right for you. Now, some of you ladies out there in TV land may have noticed that every time you bring up an issue, the man kind of solves it quickly. So like my wife might say, oh, what a day. And I'll say something like, get a babysitter. And then her head spins around. It's ugly. But what a man's trying to do by solving your problem is help you. We bond in action. So let's not talk about your crappy day. Can I say that on TV?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about your bad day. Let's fix it. So shut it. Shut it. Shh. Get a babysitter. So when a husband's sitting there saying, I feel like I can't do anything right for you, he's saying, I don't see how I can love you. Because it's never right. Anything I do, which is how men speak, is wrong. And if everything I do is wrong, then how could you ever love me? And I'm starting to get tired of it. Which means I'm going to start pulling away from doing things and serving you. So if you hear that phrase, stop and start showing some appreciation. Because if they're not getting appreciation for what they're doing, you may lose all communication altogether.
Sort of a warning
deal.
sign there.
It's a big deal.
And then want to fix things. That's what we're here for.
That's right.
We
And
want
then
to take
get
care of
off the
things.
computer and let's just go cuddle.
You got a
Always
date,
back
you got
to
a
that.
date
That and
night
Cheetos.
coming up.
Speaking of
Date night.
cuddling, now this is the best date night of all date nights. It's going to
Really?
be up in Ogden at the Marriott up there, but it's called Reigniting the Spark. This is how, if you've lost your chemistry, how to go get the chemistry again. We teach 5 ways to reignite the chemistry. It's $35. Call 801-747-2121. It's this Friday night, 7 to 9 o'clock.
Reignite
Anyone
the
in
spark.
northern Utah.
Great.
Reignite that spark, baby.
Still spaces available.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for the translation.
Thanks,
lesson
kids.
today.
You bet.
Good stuff.
Okay, coming up.